The movie roles John Wayne never got to play. The westerns. The Plainsman, 1936. Stuck in poverty row hell after the box office failure of The Big Trail, John Wayne's agent put his client forward to play the role of Wild Bill Hickok in the Cecil B. DeMille western The Plainsman. DeMille told Wayne, "I saw The Big Trail and you did just fine, but a lot of water has gone under the bridge since then." He then went on to cast Gary Cooper in the role of Hickok instead. Flash forward a few years later to 1939. Northwest Mounted Police, 1939. Duke stardom is now in its ascendancy, so DeMille sent him the script to his new Mountie film for consideration. Wayne decided he didn't want the part on offer, which eventually went to Preston Foster, and sent the script back with a note saying, "A lot of water's gone under the bridge." Santa Fe Trail, 1940. John Wayne was originally slated to play General Custer opposite Errol Flynn, but it was not to be. By 1940, he was a star after appearing in Stagecoach, so balked at playing second fiddle to Errol. The role of Custer went instead to Ronald Reagan, who later complained that playing a supporting part with Flynn was a recipe for professional oblivion, so maybe Wayne got it right on this one. Duel in the Sun, 1946. The film, once described as a lumbering horse opera done up like an Oversex Prize-winning bronco, was to have had Wayne in the lead role of Luke McCandless, which eventually went to Gregory Peck. Wayne supposedly said the script made him squeamish and passed. Critics rechristened the film Lust in the Dust, so in hindsight it was probably a lucky break for Mr. Wayne. High Noon, 1952. Wayne passed on what turned out to be, depending on your political leanings, either one of the greatest westerns ever to come out of Hollywood, or agreeing with him that High Noon is the most un-American thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Despite this, the two of them remained friends, Duke even picking up, on his behalf, the Oscar Cooper won for his role as Marshal Will Kane in High Noon. The Tall Men, 1955. Here was an opportunity for Wayne to play opposite a screen star of equal standing, Clark Gable, in a big-budget western, but it was not to be. It seems neither of them could agree on who was to get top billing, so Duke hitched his wagon to another film, gifting the role he was slated to play to Robert Ryan. Yellowstone Kelly, 1959. The title character's role was originally supposed to be played by John Wayne, with John Ford directing from a Burt Kennedy script. Although not specified, money was probably the prime motivator, and actor and director opted to make the horse soldiers instead. Yellowstone Kelly is a very good and highly underrated western, but just think how much better it would have been with both Wayne and Ford involved. Blazing Saddles, 1974. According to differing sources, Duke was either offered the part of the Waco Kid, as eventually played by Gene Wilder, or that of Taggart, a part that went to Slim Pickens. Mel Brooks passed the script to Wayne, who was quoted as saying, "I can't be in this picture, it's too dirty, but I'll be the first in line to see it." Heaven's Gate, 1980. Surprisingly, Wayne was offered the lead role in the mid-1970s, a part that eventually went to the much younger Chris Christopherson, suggesting that the script underwent quite a few changes before it emerged in 1980. It was originally called the Johnson County War, a real-life event that was touched on in Chisholm. Heaven's Gate notoriously sunk the United Artists studio, so maybe Wayne knew something no one else did at the time. Here's an interesting thought: John Wayne and Clint Eastwood together for the first time on the big screen. Unfortunately, Duke nixed what would have been a perfect opportunity to put the young pretender in his place and show Clint what a real screen cowboy is made of. Wayne returned the script to Eastwood with a no thanks, adding later on that this kind of stuff is all they know how to write these days. Someone like me and Eastwood ride into town, catch the big guys, and everyone else is a bunch of idiots. Now, paso, misstep indeed. Please like and subscribe.